Hey everyone, Jeff here. Just wanted to chat today a little bit about one of my favorite new toy lines I'm starting a collection on, the Takara line of G.I. Joe from Japan. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Thanks. Growing up in a small Idaho town was, as you might think, a little bit isolating as a kid. Of course, we played in the neighborhood with our friends, we rode our bikes to the swimming pool, and we listened into the neighbors' inane conversations on the phone party line. It was the 70s. But then I discovered action figures. It started with Adventure People and Micronauts, continued with Star Wars, and then finally ended with G.I. Joe. Throughout that time, I was always aware of the Japanese influence on my toys. Heck, I even had a few of the die-cast Shogun Warrior figures that I randomly picked up. But for some reason, it never occurred to me that G.I. Joe, one of my favorite toy lines, would extend to anywhere outside of the U.S. Like I said, I was isolated. I've also learned that one of the best things about this community is the teaching that goes on between us because of those collecting habits. I've learned about Power Toy Star Wars, Action Man, as well as the Indian-made Fun Skull G.I. Joes and the carded Chinese Joe figures. This one here is my Chinese Cobra Commander. Love the look of it. I mean, the amazing, the font, the way they've done everything, it just looks great. One of the most amazing lines, though, that I've been learning about and starting to collect are the 1986 and 1987 Takara-made G.I. Joe figures and vehicles from Japan. Takara was a Japanese toy company that started in 1955, but then merged with Tomy in 2006 to form Takara Tomy. Their motto, though, was "Playing is culture," which is kind of cool. Takara made G.I. Joe for only 2 years, 1986 and 1987, and during that time the figure range was limited to 24 figures and 11 vehicles. Being an art director and designer myself, I have always loved the Japanese aesthetic, their history, and their design mindset. For G.I. Joe, Takara took the Joe mythos and tweaked it for the Japanese way with amazing results. Now, I'm usually not a box or carded figure collector, but when it comes to the Takara Joes, you kind of have to be. I mean, that's kind of the whole point. The box and card artwork are what really sets these toys apart. They are just absolutely gorgeous to me. The figures were the same designs made for the US and Canadian markets, but within the Takara line, there are definitely some product variations. Zartan was packed by himself without his swamp skier. The G.I. Joe Skyhawk was called the G.I. Joe Little Harry. Little Harry? Little Harry. No idea why. And the artwork on the Vamp box shows Mutt and Rakondo in the driver and passenger seats, though they were never released in Japan. The Vamp also comes with the tan version of Clutch instead of the green Clutch. But overall, most of the figures are the same as the US versions, though the Takara Melway Duke is slightly different. But yeah, yes, almost all of the text also is in Japanese, but that doesn't stop you from enjoying the overall packaging and design. Japanese is a beautiful language, and the kanji characters are flowing and pictorial. They just add to the overall amazing look and feel to me. Going through the box a little bit more, it's on this one here on the RAM. As for the iconic G.I. Joe logo, it's been modified with a mixture of English and kanji characters, and there's text above it now which translates as either the strongest expert team, or the strongest expert team on the enemy, or the best extract team on Earth. I doubt any of those are really accurate, but I want to thank Google Translate for trying. And to the left of the main logo is this amazing eagle icon. I can't say enough about this mark. For me, this icon ranks right up there with the Sky Striker, Cobra Rattler, and Snowcat as one of the coolest G.I. Joe icons out there. One of the coolest overall changes also is that the Real American Hero tagline was changed to Fight, Friendship, and Freedom. This one on the back of the Ram Cycle box, but it's also included as part of the vehicle stickers. It really makes me smile that one of the mission statements for G.I. Joe was friendship. I think it should be that way for all the different Joe lines everywhere. I mean, friendship should just be a given, except for to Cobra. In the next live-action Joe movie, just as an aside here, if there ever is one, I want to see a group of soldiers at the end of the movie all throw their fists skyward and at the same time yell, "Fight, friendship, and freedom," then jump into the air. The film then freezes with them in mid-jump. It's a wish I have. I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think there's going to be another Joe movie. Anyways, digression. You can also see that Takara has taken the original Joe character artwork and removed the explosion background that we're all used to seeing, and replaced it with more high-tech looking perspective wall and color flare. What's cool about this is the color palette is streamlined. All G.I. Joes have a blue overall background, and all the Cobras are all in red. I love that this gives an instant recognition to what sort of toy you have. It just makes sense. The vehicles all come with their blueprints, in Japanese of course, and the same artwork as the US versions, just tweaked slightly for the blueprints. For the Ram cycle that I have here, the Eagle logo has also been made part of this vehicle sticker package, and I'm sure most of the vehicles have something like this with the Eagle icon. I would put this Eagle on the gas tank of the Ram, which is where the blueprints say to put it. Also, I'm seriously thinking of getting a sticker made of the Eagle icon and adding it to my actual motorcycle gas tank. I think that would be really cool. So this figure here, the Major Blood figure, is my first Takara carded figure, and he's just amazing looking. The overall figure file card size is the same as the US versions, but the autobiography file card on the backs are smaller than the US versions. Are the translations the same? I doubt it, but I'm pretty sure after looking through it a little bit and looking at some of the translations that they're pretty similar in the overall story. From my haphazard translation attempts, I have discerned that the last part of the Major Blood biography says something close to this, in quotes. There is also a surprising aspect to the military man. Show too much emotion, he doesn't do it, but he writes poetry. I feel sick at times. Blow it off with your submachine gun, and let's teach you how to jump and dance with a cute Namari lord. That's how it was, a black joke man. So yeah, no idea. I have a sneaking suspicion that there's something not quite right with the Google Translate on that one. So there you have it, a quick overview of the Takara G.I. Joe line from 1986-87, with a few samples from the start of my collection. The Ram cycle, because I've always ridden motorcycles myself, has always been one of my favorite Joe vehicles, and getting this in the Takara line is just amazing to me. I love this figure and this vehicle in the box. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I know I did. I know I love this line from Japan, the Takara line. And if you get a chance to, pick some up. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.